The incel. Humanity's backwash. The shit that comes back when it's thrown away. Cursed, as they believe, with the worst affliction known to humanity. Ugliness. But we should look a little deeper into the mind of an incel. Just what the fuck is up with them? Full title being involuntary celibate. These guys are just people who can't get a girl, no matter how hard they try. Why? Well, that's a great question. They'd have you believe it's because of their horrid appearance and the systemic discrimination against ugly men and the veneration of beautiful women. But no. It's really because they all act like entitled bitches. It's undeniable. It's all got to do with their face shape. To them, 99% of their problems would go away if they could just change their face by a few millimeters. Looks are everything to them. And since they have none, they have nothing. If their face isn't the perfect shaped texture and color, then they've lost the genetic lottery. Other things include being fat, being short, having thin wrists, having a weak jaw, having a negative canthal tilt, and being dark-skinned. So if you got any of that, you're fucked for life with no chance of hell of ever getting a girl. Now this theory is all well and good until you realize that it's fucking retarded and that millions of people who have all this shit have girlfriends. How do they explain this phenomenon? Well, it's because they've cheated the system, of course, with money. They're beta boxes. Ugly men who have a lot of money. For the common man, this won't be possible. Sorry. So, without looks or money, you just gotta give up. Nothing you can do except cut your losses and accept the fact that you're gonna be alone forever. At least, that's what the incels will tell you. Despite that, incels love to pretend that they're a support group. But then at the same time, they literally despise everything about themselves. So I think they might be a little confused on what support group means. Especially since it seems the only source of joy these sacks of shits enjoy anymore is making people like them. That is to say, making more incels. If they can't be happy, they're going to make sure that as few people as possible are. To do this, they got this thing called a black pill, which goes something like this. Do your hard, ugliness girls never see a viable partner, and you will therefore be left alone your entire life, so you might as well give up, lie down, and rot. And this shit is supposed to be some big revelation to help them. But I'm pretty sure it's fucking obvious that incels don't give a shit about helping their fellow incel. They just want to tear them down. So maybe for the next few seconds they can feel something other than self-loathing. Looking inward into an incel's mind, we can see that there's nothing but hypocrisy and poor hygiene. A common incel will claim girls don't like him because he's ugly, and at the same time smell like he has been within 30 feet of a shower since 2000 BC. Another incel will say that the world discriminates against him because he's short, and then spew the most vile shit from their mouths. What incels really lack is some damn self-awareness. They would sue their blame fucking Raisin Bran for their problems before they even consider the possibility of them doing this to themselves. Nobody's safe from the incel blame game. And here's who they love to blame the most. Behold, the incel's worst enemy, the Chad. Notice how he's not a revolting piece of shit? That doesn't fly with incels. No way, no how. They literally don't have to be handsome as long as they have eaten something besides grease and have fucking showered in the last century. Then they're miles ahead of their average incel. Chads are the ones who steal women that the incels rightfully deserve. They're to blame for all the incels' problems. Unfortunately, incels have their heads so far up their ass that they'll never see that they're the cause of their own demise. They will blame the Chad. They will blame anyone. If it means that they don't have to blame themselves. They don't want to look into a mirror and realize that they're their own worst enemy. Because they're not strong enough. Mentally, they're weak. And they cast their problems off as something that's out of their control. And so they can blame the world while feeling secured in the belief that it's not their fault. Incels are a lot like babies who don't get their way. First they cry and whine amongst themselves, and then they throw tantrums, unable to reason like an adult. They can't think about anything besides hating shit. They see a woman, hate. They see a happy man, hate. They see another incel, hate. They don't got a reason. They just can't fathom why the world isn't some sort of magical fairy tale that caters to every need. So instead, they sit in their room all goddamn day and whine. After all, doing something productive with your time is stupid when you can wallow in self-pity and cry yourself to sleep, while making yourself infinitely less attractive to the women that they so desperately want. Sad part is, a lot of them ain't even that ugly. But they seem to spaz out the thought of their problems could be a result of their social ineptitude or caustic personality. No, it's the world's fault people don't like them when I call women whores. Yep. What better defines an incel than their bitter hate for anything that's even remotely happy? Life hates me. This isn't fair, cries the man who gives out multiple death threats per day. Then they have the fucking audacity to complain about the hate they receive when the only thing they're capable of doing is hating. The ideology is toxic. Get away. Run as far away as you can. 'Cause this shit will fuck you up. Incels have been known to do some pretty whack-ass things, so if you see one, just walk away.